Hello, YouTubers. I had a 401 error code on my 2010 Prius, and I took out the intake manifold and cleaned it out. And when I got to the EGR valve and the cooler, associated cooler, the valve looked okay, but the cooler, this is the EGR cooler. What happens is exhaust gas comes through here, and EGR stands for exhaust gas recirculation. So what happens is exhaust gas comes in through here. This is through the exhaust manifold on this side, and then it comes out here where it goes into the intake manifold. And the region, obviously you have to cool it. You have coolant coming through here and coming out here, is because otherwise, the car would overheat, because you would have a positive feedback loop of hot gas coming back into the intake, and the temperature would increase, and the car will overheat in a matter of minutes. So anyways, through the long process, we finally got this out. I unfortunately broke a bolt here. Okay, this is a permanent nut here, but the bolt that goes through here, I was able to remove it on this side, but it broke over here. But the main point here, I found out the reason, it's telling us the error code is because this thing was totally clogged. I mean, I put brake fluid on this side and it would not come out. There was no fluid coming through. But what I did was, and most videos that I saw on YouTube said that the only option then is, if it's totally clogged, is to just get a new one. Unfortunately, cheapest I found for a new one on Rock Auto was like $270 for a 2010 EGR cooler. So I watched some other YouTube videos, and what they did was they took bicycle spokes. I have one here, okay, and they would put it through here, and just put it through here, and it would come out the other side. I don't know if I can demonstrate it now, but when I want to demonstrate, it doesn't work. But basically, you take the bicycle spoke and you stick it through, the fins here. Okay, let me see if I can demonstrate for you. I've done it hundreds of times. It's just now it doesn't want to cooperate. Let me put it on pause just a second. So basically, I did put the bicycle spokes through. I had about 10 of these bicycle spokes, and I pushed it all the way through. And what you want to do is stick it from the intake side, from the intake manifold side, and stick it out, coming out the exhaust manifold side, because that's where the gas comes in, and it builds up the carbon deposits in the initial. That's where it gets clogged up. Okay, and you can see as I punched it through, a piece of carbon came out. But let me see if I can show you, if you can see that. You can see, yeah, see that we have the you can see through it, so you can push fluid through here now. All right, and gas could come here through now, but before I cleaned it out with these bicycle spokes, you couldn't do it. So I saved $270. I mean, I did put a lot of time into it, but if you're retired, you got a lot of time. You don't have too much money because you're at a fixed income. And basically, this part is going to go back the exhaust manifold side and go back in here like so. All right, I'm not going to do it now, but you get the idea. But I took out the intake manifold and I cleaned it out according to, and there's plenty of videos on YouTube how to do that. Okay, and so we're gonna have a lot of fun putting all this back together. So I was very careful taking it apart. I logged it, I filmed, I took pictures of where all the nuts and bolts go. Uh, but yeah, so this was what I did, and it worked. The bicycle spokes, sticking it through, and which also what really helped is this Chemdip. Like they had people use easy off. Okay, put it through here. But what I did was I poured some this you buy it from AutoZone, Berryman Chemdip carburetor parts cleaner. And then the magic about this is you don't need any agitation. It's expensive. It's like $40 for this, but it totally, you don't have to scrub anything or do anything. Just drop the metal parts in there that are full of carbon, and wait 10-15 minutes. And if it's really built up, wait longer. But this wouldn't obviously fit in here, so what I did was I bought the rubber stoppers, these two rubber stoppers. Okay, and one goes on let me take this out. So I put one goes in here. I poured the Chemdip, yeah, plugging one side, I poured it in here, and I stopped it up on both sides. Okay, and I let the Chemdip stay in there overnight, and the morning time it was much easier after and what you want to do is don't waste this stuff. This stuff is just, I took it and just poured it back. Okay, you can keep reusing it. What you could do is run it through a filter. Like I set up my own filter here that would catch, like I did this for the brake fluids. So I don't waste brake fluid, but it would catch the carbon particles, the bigger chunks. Then I could keep reusing the brake fluid. That's after, of course, treating it with the Chemdip. And so I poured the Chemdip back in there, and then I had a much easier time with the bicycle spokes, getting it through there and opening up all the fins. Yeah, and so I just wanted to, for all you people out there who are getting up on their EGR cooler, because clogged, this is one way. You spend about a day, half a day doing it, but you save yourself some money. All right. Let me know in the comments what you think, and like and subscribe. Thank you.